Hi, this is Doug from Dynamic Computing, and this is episode 13 of 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast. Now, today I wanted to talk about some of the resources that we have for purchasing Amiga hardware online. Now, one would maybe assume that considering they're older, 25, 30-year-old computers, we could save ourselves some money by investing in, old equipment. Well, no, it doesn't happen. Once the Amiga bug bites you and you see this gadget and this toy and this adapter and this accelerator, well, you end up spending more money than you would on a brand new computer, which is what I've run into. But that's okay, because it's fun and we love doing it. Now, there's still several places, mostly over in Europe, but there are still several places that can provide Amiga hardware for us. Now, today I'm not going to cover companies that provide Amiga service. There's still a few of those. I want to cover that at a later time. Today I want to concentrate on being able to purchase goodies for our Amiga. And I'm going to rate the websites on things like the appearance, the ease of use, the availability of inventory, the kind of stock that they have. Pricing is all about the same. When I've looked at all these websites, it's all within 5 tea biscuits or whatever you Europeans use over there for money. Just kidding. So I'm not going to worry about pricing. I'm also going to talk about how the websites look on mobile, because a lot of us nowadays are doing that. We're picking up our phones, we're looking things up. I know I do. While I'm sitting in front of my Amiga, I'm thinking, well, maybe what about this? Maybe let's look it up. And I get out my phone and I use that as the browser and see what's up, see what's out there. So we need to have a good representation there. And lastly, how the websites look on an Amiga using eyebrows. And I'm not going to show that off because it's just too slow, but I'm going to mention it with every website and tell you how I feel about it. Now, are you going to buy things online using your Amiga and eyebrows? No, I don't think so. You're going to use a real computer for that. Bite your tongue, Douglas. The Amiga is a real computer. What am I talking about? You're going to use a real browser for that. That's what I'm trying to say. Careful in the comments down there. To do that, I wouldn't buy anything using an Amiga browser. But sometimes when you're sitting down doing research on something, looking things up, it's nice to pop onto eyebrows and use it and see what you can find. And so I'm going to mention that too. Now, one of the standby and very long-lasting Amiga hardware providers is AmigaKit.com. That's what I've got on over my shoulder over here. Their website has always been a mixed bag. Right now it looks pretty good, it's big, it's flashy, sometimes a little bit confusing when you're going down and trying to find something. But overall it's okay. I would give it about 4 chicken heads out of 5. Sometimes I look for something in a very obvious place and it's not there, so I have to look for it by the manufacturer, for example. One example is I looked under the heading USB to look for a Rapid Road. It isn't there. There's no Rapid Road there. Rapid Road is a USB device. So then I looked it up by the manufacturer's name, individual computers, and there it was. No, you need to have your website set up properly. Variety of Amiga stock with Amiga Kit. Really nice. I don't have any issues with their stock. They tend to keep things in stock that nobody else has, which is great. And one thing that I don't like about it, though, is if something is out of stock, it's gone from the website. Sometimes it's like not even there. And I get it. It's not in stock, so you take it off the website instead of just saying out of stock, availability in a month. But what happens is when we're browsing for something, I'm going to look for an Xsurf and a Rapid Road. Oh, you don't carry the Rapid Road? Well, okay, I'm going to go to the next website and order both of them. Where if you listed both of them and still had it, one set out of stock, I'd be more likely to say, okay, I'm going to buy the Xsurf now. The Rapid Road will be in stock in 2 weeks. So I think keeping things on the website's a good idea. Mobile view, horrible. I don't know what their very kind web programmer is doing when he's looking at this mobile view, but like there, I'm looking up accessories, and everything is cut off on this side. You literally can't see. You can see a price for the things over there, but there's no way to scroll. There's no way to shrink it, minimize it. Even if you go into landscape mode, things are still cut off. Just don't do it. Just when you design a website, get out your cell phone, look at it, and say, this works in mobile or this doesn't work in mobile, and then fix it to work in mobile. Please, I don't use Amiga Kit's website in mobile for this reason. Okay, I use other websites when I look at it in mobile. Fix that. On the Amiga view, eyebrows doesn't work. SSL errors, can't even get on the site. Fix that too. Next website is Amiga On The Lake. Now these guys are unique because they're among the only website that I can find in North America that sells Amiga hardware. I'm here in the United States in warm sunny Tucson, and when I want to order something, I'm ordering it from someplace in Europe. And the sad thing is, shipping is often cheaper ordering it from Europe than it is ordering it from the United States. It's insane. Amiga On The Lake, they seem to be emphasizing Amiga 1 stuff, the newer Amiga hardware, and that's fine, but that's not necessarily our cup of tea. The website itself looks pretty good. It's very simple. Oh, they're obviously really pushing that Kipper 2K there. It's very simple, very straightforward, nice, bright, colorful pictures, fast website. You jump right to everything. They have a link here for classic hardware. Most of this is just going to be accessories. They carry maybe 15 or 20 things. Their inventory of classic Amiga stuff is a little bit on the weak side. And that's okay, I get it. They do carry Amiga OS 3.14 in the States though, so that's very nice. Pricing's fine. Mobile view, perfect. If the guys at Amiga Kit want to sit down and say, how do we want to design our mobile site, go to AmigaOnTheLake.com, look at that. You can see everything. Everything shows up in the screen. Nice big characters, looks great. Try it out. Amiga view, perfectly browsable. You go to eyebrows, you go to Amiga On The Lake, everything's there. It's nice. So I would say overall these guys are a good 4 chicken heads out of 5, simply because they don't stock a lot of classic hardware yet. But hopefully they'll start to stock a little bit more now that they're getting such good feedback with Amiga OS 3.1.4 sales. Now these guys next, retroamy.com.pl, Poland, I believe. Now these guys, they've got a lot of stuff. The website is clean. The website is uncluttered. Everything is clearly labeled, and everything's very fast on the website. Not everything's, they represent a lot of the Amiga vendors. Not everything's always in stock, but they have a representation of it there, which is also important, knowing that yes, we do normally carry this when, Jens gets his next batch of Indivisions out. We've got them when he sends them out, so that's good. Pricing's fine. Mobile view, everything appears on the page just fine, not bad to navigate, and the Amiga view is perfectly browsable too. Now these guys seem to have a lot of hardware stuff, which is great. So like here, if we go to IDE controllers, we've got a fair amount of things in stock. Here, Fast ATA 4000, that's kind of hard to find. They've got them in stock. So yeah, definitely take a look at these guys for some of your hardware. This next one, Visalia Online. They are a German company, and they actually stock an absolute ton of things. Hardware, accessories, cables, things like that. Really a nice job. But their website occasionally has appearance like it's 2002. So they've got a lot of these drop-down menus here, and that they have a lot of really tiny pictures in this column, like almost a spreadsheet type format. And that's okay, I guess, but it does make the website look very dated. It does make it look, well, quite dated, to be perfectly honest. But it's perfectly functional, and they carry a ton of stuff. Once you get used to the drop-down menus, you won't have any problem browsing this site. Like I mentioned, variety of stock, fantastic. Hardware, software, some 8-bit stuff, other platforms, tons of it. Check out Visalia.day. Mobile view, it works fine, but everything's really tiny because it's an old 2002 type of column type website. It doesn't have an actual mobile view, so when you're looking at it on your phone, you're doing a lot of pinching and zooming to be able to read things because the text is about the size of a flea. Now, the Amiga view, that's one of the cool things about this being such an old designed website. The Amiga view, flawless. You get on there, man, that thing looks like it's designed to work in eyebrows. Drop-down menus work perfect. The column layouts work perfect. So yeah, if you want to browse a hardware website on your Amiga, Visalia.day is a good site to go. Thumbs up. These guys are approaching 4.5 chicken heads out of 5. Amiga Story You. They have an interesting look. Let me show you. Okay, so I think we can see the Amiga Story You site here. The website looks really good, nice and clean, very simple, which is actually nice. Not every website needs to have flashy videos and giant pictures and things like that. It's just not necessarily. It took a minute for me to figure out what's going on here because there's no drop-down menus to go to categories. So I'm looking at this going, okay, is that it, these 12 items? No, you go over each of these individual pictures of your Amigas here, and when you click on them, then it brings up all of the items for your specific Amiga. Like I clicked on Amiga 1200, it's bringing up all the Amiga 1200 compatible items. That's pretty cool if you ask me. I kind of actually like how they do that. Great variety of hardware. A lot of it is in stock. You notice here the green means it's in stock. If it was totally in red, it means it's out of stock. Most of their stuff, here's one, out of stock in orange. You know, most of their stuff, man, they carry a lot of stuff and they've got the inventory. So I'm really impressed with these guys. No issues in the pricing. The mobile view is very well thought out. When you go to the mobile view, all of these pictures of computers turn into the names of computers. So it'll say Amiga 500, Amiga 1200, Amiga 600 with the words. You click on that, there's all your stuff. On the Amiga itself, looks fantastic. No problems at all. You're able to see just about everything on the actual Amiga computer. These guys are getting my first 5 chicken heads out of 5. I'm really impressed with the layout of their site, their inventory, and everything. These guys, I believe, are the new ones. This is RetroReady.1, not RetroReady.com, RetroReady.1, okay, O-N-E. I've started hearing about these guys a couple of months ago. Maybe they've been around a while, but I've only heard about them for a few months. Their stock is a little small, but the website itself is nice and it's fast. Like there's accelerators. Boom! You want to learn about this A6095? I mean, it's a nice, fast website. Let's go to catalog products. Here we can look at all the products they have. They've got 2 pages worth, maybe a total of 25, 30 products. Most of it seems to be accessories with some hardware mixed in. But what I think is happening, I think they're maybe just starting out and building things up and seeing where the market is. And maybe they'll increase their stock when they see where the market is. The mobile experience, absolutely perfect. This website looks fantastic on a phone. Amiga View, no, SSL errors, so you can't even browse this site on iBrowse. Does not work at all. Overall, 4 1/4 chicken heads. Yeah, 4 1/4 chicken heads out of 5, I'd say, for these guys. And they lose 3/4 of a chicken head simply because they don't have the stock. They've got the website. They've got a cool domain. As long as you can remember, it's retroready.one, not retroready.com. But, you know, they don't have much stock. A media computer. I really wanted to like these guys because apparently the owner's really cool. The website's fine. They have a lot of stuff besides Amiga stuff. It is in English. A fairly good inventory of Amiga stuff. Laid out pretty nicely. I mean, it's all very visible, very simple. Looks like we've got 8 pages of Amiga stuff. It'd be nice if it were categorized, you know, by accelerator, accessory, cable, that kind of thing. But they do just lump it all together. So they probably have it in stock. It's just going to be a little harder to find than some of the others. See, I mean, they've got IDE cables next to the fast ATA, which is right next to this Radeon PCI card. You know, separate them out. Here's video stuff, here's cables, here's accelerator hardware. So they get some points off for that. But they've got a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff in stock. Pricing is okay. Mobile view. I specifically wanted to mention the mobile view to this website. Let me get the old phone. It looks fine when you're glancing at it, but this big button that says categories, where you can actually go down and see your different categories like PC, Amiga, Amiga 1, doesn't work. I sat there 12 hours I spent poking that button, and it never got past that screen there. I didn't really spend 12 hours, it was more like 2 minutes. So you can see a couple things on their homepage, but when you go to browse anything else, you literally can't go anywhere. Maybe it's just a temporary bug, but I can't find anything unless I, maybe did a search for it, but, why waste your time? So fix your mobile website, guys. On the Amiga, on iBrowse, it actually seems to work better than it does on the mobile phone, which is kind of weird. You can get to the categories, you can see the different categories when you're in iBrowse, but you can't on the mobile phone. So it's kind of funny. So, in a nutshell, there are still quite a few vendors out there that supply us with our Amiga hardware. Most of them in Europe, one in the United States. Hopefully they'll increase their inventory soon and we'll be able to get a little bit more Amiga 68K hardware over here. That would be nice. Hint, hint, guys. If you can't find it in one place, you'll probably find it in another. Amiga Kit has the name recognition. I think we'll all agree, every single one of us has heard of Amiga Kit. They need to cash in on that name recognition with an improved website. They really, really do. If they need to hire someone from the outside world to do it, do it. Make it an A+ website to go along with your A+ reputation, guys. I would say that if I were to go to one website and say, yeah, this is a fantastic representation, Amigastore.eu, they've they've got a great layout. They've got great inventory, fine prices, and I think they stock a lot of the stuff. So I'm going to start kind of glancing at them a little bit more often. Just straight, brutal honesty. I have bought all of my Amiga stuff from Amiga Kit for the past 6 months, and I will continue to shop there. I swear I will. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to look elsewhere with this really nice website. You want to find something funky, like keyboard membranes for your A500, weird cables, all kinds of weird cables, really great stuff. Check out Vesalia.day. They've got all kinds of really funky stuff there. Check them out. But all of these guys, hardworking, they do great. Thank you for supporting the Amiga community. Check them all out. Don't just look at one. Take my list that I'm putting down in the description. Check every single one out. See what you think for yourself. I just wanted to put it out there and give you my not so humble opinion. So, this is Douglas from Dynamic Computing, signing out. I just need to be honest here, guys. Here I am, judging websites, okay? Have you guys taken a look at mine, www.10mark.com? Hot garbage, okay? And I know it, I admit it, I'm not a website guy. It's just kind of there. So take that into consideration when you listen to my critiques of other people's websites, that mine is hot garbage, okay? This is Doug from Dynamic Computing, signing out again.